As a woman of color, I face tremendous glass ceiling due to the implicit and unconscious biases of my audience as well. Being in business actually amplifies the glass ceiling. The majority of the people who watch my content do not understand when I say that the bad bitch is an excellent capitalist, because everything costs money. Me putting out multiple free content that is so valuable to your growth, that costs money. That costs opportunity because it's time, energy, resources. Let me make it clear that there are plenty of women who pay me. Once we start working together at a very close level and they're part of our community, they also become very honest, because if you haven't done the work yet, if you've only consumed videos but you haven't actually deeply looked into your own patterns, you can't tell how you're also upholding the supremacist values. This has nothing to do with who you want to see yourself as and what you believe in. It really comes down to decision making and action taking. Many of my clients have admitted to me, as they dismantled their own internalized misogyny and racism, that they have been also the people who have taken a lot of valuable content from me before signing up, and they actually ended up giving money to somebody else first. And typically that person is someone who is more superior on the hierarchy, like a white person or a man, paired with selling the good girl mindset, the drugs that make her feel validated, which I call paperback full of air self-development. While this may be a few people who have admitted, there are plenty of people who are doing that now. What many of my audience don't realize is that this is still a business. It has to be. And if you've done anything significant in your life and you've accomplished anything important in your life, you know that truth is very expensive. Number one, because if you're not selling an addiction as a business, then you're just gonna get less traction. It's gonna take you longer. Number two, speaking the truth comes with significant personal risks. That's why if you're one of those people who are just consuming, or if you're a freebie chaser, like you opt into everything free, but you never ever think, but the moment you have to invest in your self-development by paying my company, you run the other way. That's your contribution to the world, and it doesn't matter how much you claim to be anti-patriarchal, anti-racist, how much you claim to be woke. You actually end up being part of the problem and not the solution. This is still a business, because without funding, you can't have quality, good content that actually helps you improve rather than just entertain. With this changing climate, even more so where you put your attention, your money, that makes a significant difference of whether this becomes sustainable. Especially during times of desperation, people tend to put their money, energy, efforts into what gives them short-term results. That's the scarcity mindset, and the good girl is fueled by the scarcity mindset. So if you already had the good girl conditioning, it's going to amplify even more during dire times. During extreme times, the consequences of your actions become much more extreme.